And a shot from a little earlier as the Hornets get off the team bus looking very focused. They want to leave town with something to show for their efforts. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. GA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard the rumors regarding Kyrie Irving's moodiness. His teammate Kevin Durant said, Kyrie is an artist. He has his way of doing things, and I support him 100%. Irving said, human beings have mood swings. I don't have to be perfect. My teammates know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Terry Rozier is out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Jordan. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard. You know how this goes, Clark. Some guys check the standings every morning. Others won't look at it at all. They'll try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, you know, we were struggling as a team during my time in the NBA with the Pacers, so I wasn't doing too much standing watching. But for those guys that are thinking about it, it varies. Individuals look at it differently. I would be a guy who wouldn't want to see it all the time. That's like getting on the scale every day. That wouldn't serve me too well.
Hayward from outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
Irving for 3. Hayward grabs the board. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. It's a 3-point game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Kicks it out to Harden. Jeff Green on the wing. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
You know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now, here's Rozier. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Graham, the pass to Rozier. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here is Harden. A 17-point game for him in the win against Houston. And the Nets, another 3.
They knew this was coming. Harden can't just let that last 3 go. Way too competitive for that.
Rozier, the pass to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Harden's shot is good.
Harden is a smart player. I mean, when the defense isn't right on him, he makes them pay. Love seeing him shoot that pull-up. Nice.
3-pointer, Graham. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Irving for 3. He can't hit that time. Hornets trail by 4. Now Rozier. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
The 3 from Harden. Change the 3-pointer. Harden's got 9.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the inside, Zeller. The rebound by Jeff Green.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
For 3, Harris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And again, the Hornets missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
From deep, Green. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. This time they met was in Charlotte.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. Now here is Martin. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Some solid defense there from Irving. Aldridge dishes to Harden. From deep. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. He's got 12.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Bridges. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside, Martin. Can they get it? Charlotte, no good that time either. Nets leading by 16. It's Brown with the drive. Lays it up and puts it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
It's stolen by Brown. Here's Irving, and he could not get that one to go. On a contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, his aggression and his attack mode is one of the things that, to me, sets Irving apart. Moving, driving, attacking, that's when he's at his best.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media. The media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents, come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Here's Monk, following the bucket by the Nets. Martin with it, picked up by Brown.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baiting him into it.
They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Martin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
We know he can shoot deep. He also has a nice touch inside, so Monk has a lot of confidence wherever he's shooting the ball from.
Next down the free ball.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Now, here's Monk, guarded by Harden. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Monk. Second chance effort. Oh, he blocked it. Deflects off the backboard. With 4 seconds on the clock, Bridges misses. And so it's Brooklyn. Rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. got others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving the offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Griffin is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. That's Harden. Then there's Brown, and it's Irving in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Monk. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Monk, a nice finisher around the basket now, using his quickness to get past defenders on the drive.
Harden against Harden. And the Nets, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Boy, man, can Monk fly. I mean, it's fun watching this dude get up and drop the hammer.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly from outside off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Now here's Graham, another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Wizards game. Hayward outside. He kicks to Graham. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck with deep here. It's just not his night. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Brooklyn?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
The Nets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. And an eye for an eye, both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom. Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Rozier with the ball. Brown on him. And then Washington with the dunk.
When Rozier is seeing the floor that well, makes everything easier for him and his team.
And on the way from Irving for three. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Hayward. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Timeout called, the Nets. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Bridges checks in. Harden's shot is good.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Zeller. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, you look at Zeller's pedigree, Indiana born and bred. He was Mr. Basketball in high school, won 3 state championships, and then starred for a couple of years for Indiana University. I mean, that's right out of central casting for a hooper.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Martin's checked in for Hayward. And it's Malik Monk in for Rozier. Irving finds Harden. Takes a 3. Drills it from outside. Harden's got 29.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of just stacking up threes the way he is. I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Monk. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Monk's got 8.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. From deep, Harden. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will be the 3rd of this 6-game road trip.
Well, I tell you what, you got to like the aggressiveness there from Bridges because he forced the defense that time to commit the foul.
And that one falls for Bridges. Charlotte making some changes. Biombo is checked in for Zeller. And Martin subbed in for Devontae Graham.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Bridges with it. Picked up by Harris. Bridges against Harris. Biombo kicks to Bridges. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 6 points for Miles Bridges. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Nail from three-point land.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
The shot by Monk is no good. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He's cashed in 9 times from beyond the arc this game. Who knows how many threes he'll wind up with. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys, just go out there and compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
Yeah,
folks,
folks.
Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 31 points. It's hard to believe that LaMarcus Aldridge started in the NBA at the age of 21. Now a decade and a half later, he's still a real talent in this league. Guys, he's not slowing down.
Kenny,
How about reliability?
you are so smart. Aldridge shows up every day and performs. How are you the smartest guy I know?
Well, he has a great face-up game. Most guys score. First came into the league, he did not have. Now, he's automatic from 20 feet, expanding his range to three-point range as he gets older.
Always reliable analysis for you two bugs. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Ante Graham is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Hayward in at the 3 seed.
You know, for a young fella, P.J. Washington is starting to show some real skill as a trash talker. I mean, you say back in high school, some people are not mentally strong. So I try to get in their heads a little bit, and so far it seems to be working.
And the 3 ball is good.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Zeller passes to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Yeah, you know, in Cody Zeller, I think they've got a guy who does all the little things, like making good, smart passes and creating open shots for others.
And having a mature understanding of the game, Washington exploits any weakness he can find.
Greg, I like that word mature because that's the type of game he has. He's very aware, reads the floor and situations well, and then he executes. He's got a lot of polish and refinement in his game, and he's a value-utility guy who can make plays that help you win.
And out the way from Irving for 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. Zeller dishes to Graham. Pass to Rozier. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Rozier's got 5 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And here's Harden for 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Graham with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. The kick out to Rozier. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. From deep Harden. Jordan. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Stolen by Harden. For the finish. And the dunk by Jordan.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker coaching the Celtics having him to do what you on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
Yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great leader.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. The trade. And the Nets, another three.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
The Hornets have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Bridges, no one around him. That shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Griffin inside, covered by Martin. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got his first basket.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
In the corner, it's Martin. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys.
Good! From three.
What a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Frey, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Martin wide open. He fires. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Martin's got his third basket of the night.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now here's Monk, the fast break chance over Claxton. And there's Monk on the assist by Martin. Martin's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, I like watching Monk stroke it from the mid-range. We know he's got deep range, but that mid-range makes it hard to guard.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him.
Boy, Monk is so lethal and efficient as a scorer. I mean, great range, always hunting his shot. I'd like to see him work on his passing, but, man, he can put it in the basket.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Tyler Johnson comes in for James Harden. Charlotte's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
He should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
1 second left. The shot will not fall. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He had some kind of quarter from long range. Winds up with 15 points from beyond the arc. We come back right after this. It's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Charlotte has gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact. 7 of 17. We've got Johnson. Jordan is out there with Luwawu. And it's Chioza in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Jacks up a three. Connects from three-point range. Chioza's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Monk. And he gets it to go.
Now, when this guy catches fire, Monk puts the defense in a real bind. Excels at getting to his spots and is a really versatile scorer.
In the corner, it's Martin. Cans it from downtown.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
But we know guys like LeBron and Michael Jordan will look for any perceived slight as a form of motivation. Was that something that you ever did as a player?
You know, Kevin, I really didn't go down that road. Now, had I played longer at the NBA level, I had a very short NBA career. Maybe I would have approached it that way. If there was a slight or if there was a player that gave you trouble and you needed to get back at him in some way, sure, you'd be motivated by that. But I don't know if I was hunting for bulletin board material. I sought to be intrinsically or self-motivated from the inside as opposed to looking for outside influences to move me forward.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Rozier, who's checked in for Malik Monk. Chioza's shot is good. Chioza's got 8 here in the quarter.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Pass to Rozier. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Rozier's got 13 points in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Charlotte's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Inside, Charlotte moving the ball around. Now, here's McDaniels. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 on the clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. No problems knocking that one down. Wanamaker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lets the three fly. A three-pointer is right on target.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
With the teardrop, Martin with the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the basket by Rozier.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Here's Chioza, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to McDaniels, the 17-footer. Here's Martin. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Martin's got 11 in the second half.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Rozier with room to fire. Here's Wanamaker. It's blocked. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Chioza. Sinks the triple.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Martin kicks to McDaniels. Here's Wanamaker. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And there's no victory sweeter than beating someone who's last to beating you. Tonight, they'll even things up at one apiece in their 3-game season series against the Hornets.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul. 1:10 left in the fourth. Here's Monk. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, when you look at Monk's shot mechanics, they're really solid. Even with the foul, he completed his follow-through in his shooting motion. Impressive.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So it's Brooklyn now. Here's Chiozza. Here's Perry. And rebounded by McDaniels. Charlotte has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. He could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
First free throw is good.
Well, I love his stroke. Aldridge has a sweet stroke and continues to produce a nightly double-double threat. He doesn't mind being the focal point of the offense.
And here are the Hornets now.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Yeah, inexcusable. I mean, he's got to know not to take any chances there. That's just a terrible foul.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Luwawu. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Aldridge is covering. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. James, another explosive scoring, productive night for you. How'd you get into that rhythm?
My teammates did an unbelievable job tonight, man. Every night, every single night of, getting me open, getting me shots, and we came away with the victory. That's all that matters.
Well, they did a great job, man, but so did you. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.